everyone. Welcome to the HOTI podcast, episode 18. It's the American takeover, not different in contrast to the British invasion that we had a few weeks ago. So yeah, I am joined by
the American Revolution.
That's the one.
There you go.
The American Revolution. Should that be in the title of the podcast?
We have a lot of podcasts to go before we name this thing.
That's true. That's true. Let's see how the rest of this goes. I'm your host, Brianna. I'm joined by a lovely Lauren and an alright Anthony.
Alright.
We firing on all cylinders this morning.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's up with me this morning. I really don't. I've been through a real... I'm sorry, Anthony. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
That's fine. It's fine.
I was trying to think what rhymes with A. Wait, no.
And you came up with alright?
Amazing, Anthony. Sorry.
Rhyme isn't even the right word. It starts with. What starts with A?
I know. I didn't mean it as endearing. I was trying to find an A word. Why'd you make me host?
Because this happens.
Exactly.
Why? I'm not gonna do it every single time. I'm like, I'm gonna get better. Every single time, I just get worse. It just happens.
So entertaining.
No.
So entertaining.
I hate it. Okay. How are we doing?
I'm alright, I guess.
Oh, now I just want you to change your Twitter profile name to Alright Anthony.
I'm doing it right now.
Yes!
No! I'm sorry, it's not what I meant, Anthony. No, don't do it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Right now.
I didn't mean it like that.
Twitter name.
Delete
There you
it.
go.
No!
Oh. Look what you did, Bree. You made him rebrand.
I know.
There we go.
I know, and he just got back to YouTube too. He returned as Anthony Knight.
Nope, apparently I'm returning as alright. My new YouTube handle.
I'm so sorry. No.
I'm branding that. Alright.
How's it going, Night Riders? This is Alright Anthony.
You wait till my first video.
Yes!
No!
If I didn't already change my Twitch name, that would have been my Twitch name. But I can't change it.
Your Twitch name, no!
Oh my gosh, he's really doing it.
Yeah, I really changed my name.
No! I'm sorry, it's not what I meant. No, delete it!
There we go. Got the perfect gift. So understand. Okay, there we go.
Did you say
Nice
gift?
little tweet. GIF, however you pronounce it. The GIF. That one.
Both of those were wrong.
Oh
Gift
my
to
gosh.
no.
Oh my gosh.
You had the
Yep.
Matthew McConaughey.
Alright.
No. Oh, okay. Well, aside from that, how are you doing? You doing okay?
Oh, I answered. I'm alright.
Okay. Lauren, how are you doing?
How are you, Bree?
I'm okay. Oh man, this morning's been a roller coaster. Absolute roller coaster. But she's hanging in there. She has a coffee. She's ready to go.
I wish I had coffee.
Ice went through the... There's like a thing of ice that's escaped through the hole. It did it. It's right there. I don't know what's happening.
I see it.
I'm losing my
Yeah.
fucking mind.
Cool.
Alright. Wait, I'll have to pull up what we're talking about. I went to Twitter, so I let it go.
Yeah. I'm doing alright. Thanks for asking.
What have you been up to this week?
Oh,
I
Oh,
hate
boy.
myself.
Oh boy.
What have you guys been up to this week?
well, I applied for a job.
Right.
I signed up for therapy.
Right.
Right.
Working on a lot of cosplay stuff. And I made a whole baby blanket yesterday.
I saw you're really
Oh
good at.
yeah, that's what you. Yeah.
Yeah.
How far along are you? Are you done, or you have more to do?
For a second, when you said how far along are you, I thought you were asking how far I was pregnant. Like, my brain just like short circuited. My ADHD said, "Wait, no, hold up, pump the brakes."
No.
It wasn't for me.
That'd be a very interesting way of you telling us.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
How far along is the blanket?
I finished it.
Okay, good.
I made the whole thing yesterday.
Alright, okay. That's good. Why do I do
no.
this?
Holy shit.
What cosplays are you working on?
Oh.
Oh.
Mostly D&D character cosplay. None of them pregnant. I timed that perfectly. Bree's choking and dying. Still give myself a pat on the back there.
Ooh. Good
Oh
job,
man,
Lauren. Good
I
job.
probably deserved that after all right, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of, how was your week? What have you been up to this week?
Just work and trying to stay cool from this heat.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not as hot, like, for you, because you're used to, like, hundreds. But, nah, like, 80s and 90s is hot for me.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Anything's
the
hot
humidity,
for me.
yeah, now the humidity is kicking in too, so.
Blech. It's gross.
Mm.
Yeah, and then, like, the apartment will get, like, hot and stuffy if I don't cut on the AC, which is why my allergies were on a 10 during game on Saturday. And I just kept sneezing. Yeah, my allergies have been my best friend for like these past 3 weeks. It's been amazing. They've been good today so far, but we'll see how long that lasts.
All right. Well, what have I been up to this week? Summer school, which fucking sucks. I've been doing a lot of planning for my campaign that I plan to run. My D&D campaign, for those who don't know, that I plan to run after Simon's campaign finishes. Lots of planning. I've changed a lot, again, because I'm indecisive.
Know that feeling very well.
Because, like, I'm world building, so I'm like, okay, like, this is what's at this town, if you could decide to go here. And, like, especially after watching the wrap-up for Critical Role when they wrapped up Campaign 2, how Matt was talking about how certain things changed depending on what they did and what he had set up and stuff, I was just like, okay, let me take note of that. That will help me. And so I've been kind of, like...
Yeah.
I've been... a lot of world building. So I'm like, okay, if you guys go here, this is what you'll find. Then if you guys go here, this is what you'll find. But I'm like, okay, I can't plan too much of the story because, like, the actual story element, like, I'll have, like, a rough idea of, like, how the story will be, but depending on where you guys go and what you investigate and how, like, I loved how Matt, like, planted seeds for different narratives. Like, depending on where, like, what way you went, that's the narrative you go in, instead of just planning one straight storyline, which I'm really fascinated by. Obviously, it takes a lot of work, but like I kind of detoured from the main story I wanted to take you to that instead. And I've been changing my mind on everything.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was shocked when you were like saying how much you were planning on this. I was like, you really expect to go into this on a linear storyline with this group of people?
Yeah, I know.
You are not going to be able to predict what we do.
I know, I was thinking that too. I was just like, especially after watching that, the highlight stuff, I'm like, okay, maybe I should, like, wait to see what story you guys want to tell. So I'm just planting seeds everywhere. So wherever you guys go, something will take. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's very interesting how different the campaign would have been if they didn't make the decisions that they made.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just based on like what Matt was talking about, how he planned for them to do one specific route, but then they went a whole different route and went to the dynasty and all that, and just everything changed.
Mm-hmm.
Even to the point where he had a guest star lined up that couldn't join.
Yeah.
Because they didn't go the route that they was not supposed to, but they didn't go the route that he had plotted for them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Good luck with that, Brie.
Yeah, I have a lot more time because I originally was going to run it after the Bounty's Chase ends, but, like, you know, especially with, like, you know, when Lauren gets a job, and also, like, inevitably when I get a job, I'm going to be working that Monday through Friday 9 to 5 thing either, and that obviously doesn't work for, you know, the Brits. Unless we do it at, like, 2 a.m. for them. Which is not going to happen. But I'd much rather wait until after Forge the Fire ends, so we still have our Saturday games, and we still have something. And more time to plan, so that's nice for me. I've been, like, silently freaking out after, since we're getting so close to the end of Alex's campaign. It's just like, oh god, that's a lot of pressure, because Alex is such a great storyteller, and Simon's a really good storyteller, so I'm just like, god, okay. Some big shoes. And I'm 5'2". I don't have big shoes. I don't have big feet. That's the word. I hate myself. Anyway, let's go into what are we watching? What are we watching this week? What have been anything caught our interest?
What have I been watching this week?
Well, speaking of D&D, I think we all watched the Vox Machina versus Mighty Nine.
I have like 30 minutes left. Like
Okay.
30, 40 minutes left. I'm at the point with spoilers for the Vox Machina versus Mighty Nine fight. I'm at the part where like Pike just went down. I don't think she's dead yet. But Scanlan's dead, Percy's still there, and Vax just got unstunned from Bo. So I'm like, okay, from the way it's looking, Vox Machina is definitely not winning unless they have a huge comeback, like serious comeback. I think Mighty Nine has it, which was not the prediction I went with. I thought Vox Machina was gonna wipe the floor with them, but I was very surprised on how Mighty Nine was doing.
Okay.
You guys
I will say, just leading up to the part where you're up to, so that you're not spoiled. I will say, in the beginning, I was very surprised that Ford stayed up for how much damage he took. I was very surprised. I thought Ford was done for, but he stayed up. So I was very surprised about that.
You see, I think it always works when the underdog has sheer tenacity and utter stupidity on their side.
Yeah.
The element of surprise is the best you're gonna get. And they had that, for sure.
Yeah, they did. They 100% did. I'm excited to see who ultimately wins, but now my guess definitely shifted. I hope Vox Machina can pull it out, but it's not looking good. Shut up. No!
Like, you were rooting for Vox Machina?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Everyone else was rooting for the Mighty Nine.
I know, like, and before the thing started, I was like, okay, let's see if Vox Machina can pull it. Like, I originally thought they were gonna wipe the floor, but like, I was very surprised with how Mighty Nine did. I'm like, oh damn, okay, cool.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm like, there's no way they can pull this unless they do a Hail Mary, like, pull something out of their ass. Like, I think Mighty Nine has it. Right. So what else are we watching, guys?
What else am I watching? Just besides that and Loki, I don't think I've really watched anything else this week.
I'm kind of obsessed with Loki.
Kind of.
It's really
I'm
good.
very obsessed.
That fucking... Oh, yeah, no, perfect. Love him. He deserves to be there. Deserves to be seen. That one line... Loki spoilers. That one line that he did where they're at Pompey's like, nothing matters. Nothing has any consequence.
I'm free, my horned friends.
It's like, oh man, this motherfucker. Fucking cracks me up.
Unbridled chaos. I love it.
I'm excited to see
Love
where
it so
he
much.
goes for episode 3.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
Yeah.
what fucking utter chaos that's gonna be.
It's gonna get weird. But I'm loving the pace of this show. They're not dragging it all. They're just going boom, boom, boom. Just into it.
Yeah.
And it's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the dynamic between Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson, which is not
I know.
a sentence I ever thought I would say.
Yeah.
But they work so well together.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
so
the
good.
dynamic is amazing.
No, I'm loving it so much. Anthony, I had a question for you about a show that I'm watching. Have you watched or heard of Invincible?
Yes, I have heard of it. Been meaning to check it out.
Okay.
I keep forgetting to watch it, but I've been meaning to check it out because I heard it's really, really good.
It's absolutely insane, and I'm very shocked that you haven't like started watching it because it's 100% up your alley.
Okay.
And Lauren, have you heard of it?
Vaguely. Very vaguely.
It is
Not really sure at all what it's about.
It's... I don't want to spoil it. Explain, but it's about... okay. It's about a coming-of-age superhero.
Okay.
Can't spoil anything else about it. I need you guys, like, just... It's coming-of-age superhero story. That goes to fucking places I never thought it would go. In the best way possible. Like, I know Simon is currently obsessed with it because I started watching it because I saw he was watching it. So when I started reacting to it, I messaged him. I'm like, holy shit! He's like, yeah, I'm like, fucking insane. So if for the audience and viewers, if you're checking out Invincible or you want to, please do. It's really freaking good. What have you heard about? What have you heard about it, Anthony?
Well, one, I heard that by the ending of the first episode, you're pretty much hooked. And while it's a coming up superhero story, I heard shit just kind of hits the fan fairly quickly, and just goes that way.
Yep.
So.
Yep, and like I only got to the 4th episode. I'm gonna finish it today because I believe there's only 8 episodes for the first season. But every single episode, there's not a slow episode. It is so like well paced, and like it keeps you like on your toes. Like you think after the first episode, like that's the hook. Like okay, you're hooked. You're gonna watch it. No, every single episode so far, there's something else that I'm just like, oh my god, okay. Like, there's always something. So far, at least. Like, no episode has left me like, that's alright. It's always left me, oh my freaking god, like, this is insane. Like, it's really, really good. Whether you react to it or just watch it on your own, I implore you to watch it. I'm not gonna be one of your subscribers and be like, I need your reaction right fucking now.
Never be those people.
No, I can't do it. So if you choose to react to it, or if you choose to watch it on your own, I do it's a really good watch. It's really, really good.
How long are the episodes?
They range for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
It's like a full length one. I think it's an Amazon show.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was Netflix. Okay, that's fine.
It might be on Netflix. Maybe.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure there's maybe other streaming sites for it, so it might be on Netflix. I'm not sure, but I watch it through Amazon.
Okay. I'll probably check it out through Amazon.
I've actually been watching new stuff this week, which is unusual because usually I'm just on YouTube.
Yeah.
Same.
But I got back on a horror kick recently, and I've been watching my way through the Conjuring series.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my problem is, like, horror movies do freak me out.
I was about to say, I didn't think that you did horror
Yeah.
movies.
No. And honestly, it really depends on the horror movie. I've been kind of easing myself back into it by watching, like, every horror comedy film I can get my hands on. So I've been doing lots of that, and then I'm like, you know what? I think I can try and jump into horror movies again. But what helps is that there's a reaction commentary channel on YouTube that I follow, and I joined their Patreon because their full-length commentary tracks are available at only $1 a month. And I was like, you guys are my heroes, because if I watch this, it makes me feel like I'm watching it with someone else, and it does not leave me as jittery and scared.
Yeah.
Which is,
Gotcha.
I appreciate greatly. So, the channel's called White Noise Reacts.
I think I've heard of them, actually.
God for them.
I think I might be subscribed to them. White Noise. Shout out.
Yeah, they've been going through the Shadow and Bone series recently, too.
Oh.
Nice.
But yeah, so they had recently gone through the whole Conjuring universe, so I'm following along with that. I definitely like some movies better than others. None of them have really gotten me, like, too freaked out and scared yet, which I'm very appreciative of.
How far along the universe are you?
Okay, so I watched both the Conjuring movies, or the first two, Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2. I watched Annabelle, Annabelle Creation. I started The Nun and quit The Nun, and I'll explain why in a minute. And now I'm starting on the third Annabelle movie, Annabelle Comes Home.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, one of the things I really like about it is I'm just really grateful whenever cinema doesn't depict Catholicism as evil, you know, the evil cult of Satan, as so much media does nowadays. Like, I will be the first to admit that the Catholic Church has had so many problems in the past, like, yeah. But I don't like how it's villainized so much in media nowadays, where, like, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
So I like when stuff treats it respectfully, or just, you know, as a religion, which is what it is to me. So, like, Daredevil was one series that I really appreciated because of that. And then The Conjuring, too, because it's especially with the two Conjuring movies, especially, it just seemed very respectful of it, very accepting.
Yeah.
You know, and I really loved that. And then I got to The Nun.
I can see where this is going.
And it starts off with a nun committing suicide to get away from a demon that's coming after her. Oh, God. And then we immediately cut to the Vatican City, where they're talking about how this is the greatest evil one can commit, is suicide. And I'm like, God in heaven. That That is not our perception nowadays.
Oh boy.
And I was just like, we're really starting with this. And just like making everything Christian so like perverted and evil and satanic. Like, I liked, because the nun demon thing they brought up in the second Conjuring movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was a the demon took that form as a perversion of their faith sort of thing, which like that makes sense, and that's like respectful.
Yeah.
And then you get to the nun, where it's just like, ooh, everything is creepy and horrible, and I was like, can we not? Also, I was just bored. I got halfway through the film and I'm like, nothing's happened yet.
Okay.
All we've had is creepy imagery.
Yeah.
There's no story here.
A lot of the nun.
I don't care about these characters. They could die right now and I would not be sad. Because the other thing about horror movies is I really need to like the main characters for it to affect me at all.
Yeah.
And I could not care less.
It's like when we
About the
watch
people in the
Paranormal
nun.
Activity, when we're just like, we did
Yes.
not give a shit about what was
Yeah.
happening to anyone in there.
Yeah, that made for a fun viewing. Not a great horror movie, but a fun viewing.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of what I'm experiencing so far with the third Annabelle film, because I feel no sympathy for the girl that kicked this all off. It's like you actively went into a room and knew that this doll was haunted and opened up its case and took it out and touched every haunted and cursed object in the room. And now you're like, what? Ghosts? Like, you idiot! You absolute idiot! You deserve everything that's coming to you! Like, I mean, it's one thing if you don't believe in it and you just think it's nonsense, but she specifically went in there looking for ghosts. Like,
That's
she,
like the opposite
she wanted
of
to
what-
believe in it.
It's the opposite of what you should do in that moment. It's like the equivalent of like the people that like when they're running away from like the serial killer or whatever, instead of like running to the car and driving away, they run up the stairs, lock themselves in the room, like they do everything you're not supposed to do when you're like, if I was there, I'd just been, my ass would have been gone. No, I don't give a shit. I'm just running for my fucking life, and I'm not staying around fighting anything. I'm not gonna fight this dude. This dude's like, you know, he has a fucking saw. He has a fucking axe. He has a fucking warhammer. I don't know what the fuck. Get the fuck out of there. There's no defeating that. I know my limits. I gotta go.
For real, like, even if you don't believe in that stuff, don't mess with it.
Yeah.
like, me myself, I am Catholic, so I do believe in demons and demonic activity and stuff, and that's kind of like why I like the Conjuring series, because it's based off true stories that were connected to exorcisms from the Catholic Church.
Yes, it was.
That they determined were real demon possessions, and that's cool. That's cool. I mean, horrifying, but cool. I don't necessarily believe in ghosts and stuff like that, but I still know don't mess with it. Like,
exactly.
if there's even the possibility, why would you mess with it? I'm looking at you, Brianna.
Yes.
Why on earth would you take a Ouija board into a haunted hotel?
You want to know what happens? Like, just for me, if you bring a Ouija board near me, I'm going to pick up the Ouija board and I'm going to treat it like a frisbee to the closest window that I can find. And I'm going to launch it. I don't mess with the Ouija board. I love horror movies, don't get me wrong. I love a good horror movie. I do not want to be in one. I'm not, no. Like what you did, taking that into a haunted hotel and then go exploring? Deuces.
See, the thing is, like, horror movies, I hate the jump scare. I hate it so fucking much. Like, I can't do it. Like, the Conjuring movies, like, you cannot tell me what the plot, like, I don't remember the plot. I just remember people just keep popping up, and I'm not okay with it. I can't. Like, I do not know I watched all the Conjuring movies, every single one of them. You cannot tell me what the plot is. I will not remember it. It's just not a thing. But with, like, ghosts and stuff and, like, the paranormal and, like, actually investigating it, just, like, finding out that there is, like, something between, like, the realm of, like, afterworld and, like, this, like, like activity that you can do as a ghost, it just really fascinates me, and like the story behind some of these ghosts and why they act the way they do. I fucking love ghost adventures, and I love watching like other paranormal stuff just to see like there is something out there, and there is a possibility that like, you know, one of us can haunt everyone else. Because you know my ass would definitely do shit like that.
I know, and that's why I'm angry at you.
Just like, I'm just in your room, Lauren. You're gonna think of me, and I knock over all the Shadow and Bone books. Like, how funny would that be?
Like, it's not saying that I'm not, like, fascinated with the paranormal stuff. Like, I have, like, a specific road trip across the United States mapped out of all these different supposedly haunted places I want to go to.
Can I come?
But I'm not gonna bring a Ouija board in.
I won't bring the
or
Ouija
disrespect it, or try and contact things that don't need to be contacted.
I don't do it disrespectfully. I've read about like Ouija board stuff and like how you're supposed to introduce it and how you close the realm and stuff. Like that part also fascinates me too. And like Nikki is wicked.
Yeah, but the thing with the Ouija board thing,
yeah,
that was made up by people. There's no basis in that in anything. No one says if you say hello and goodbye to a ghost that it's not going to keep a demon from infesting your body.
Like,
there's no logic there.
Here's something that I've always wanted to ask. So, while like I have the same fascination, when you decide to like go to these places and like, you know, take the Ouija board and contact somebody, just has it ever occurred, like, what would you do if you got what you were looking for? Like, if you said for somebody to move something and something in the corner where no one else is moves, what are you gonna do?
Probably scream.
Exactly.
Because there are two movies that I have watched that dealt with mainly one individual who did not believe. Right? So there was this one, it was a recent movie that came out about like, it was like during the pandemic. So everybody, the whole movie takes place on a Zoom call. I forgot the name of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
So they use a Ouija board and make contact.
Anyway.
So they're all on a Zoom call and they do the Ouija board thing.
Through Zoom?
And the one person, yeah, they did it through Zoom. Like, you know, they were being respectful and, you know, said their goodbyes, whatever. But they had someone. I'm gonna tell you why I did that in a second. So they had somebody. They had somebody there that was like, they call like mediums or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They had somebody in the Zoom call with them to help to walk them through it. Now the reason that I did the air quotations is because you had one person that didn't believe it, and they lied, saying that, you know, that they felt something and that they were actually talking to somebody. They made up a spirit. They made the person up.
Mm-hmm.
The problem that the movie explains is that because they made somebody up, with the gateway open, that spirit became real, and they all fucking paid for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, like you don't disrespect the spirit world.
Oh, definitely.
Is basically what they're talking about. And then in this other movie that I just randomly found on Hulu one day called Grave Encounters, same thing. It's a movie, but it's a movie based on ghost hunters.
Mm-hmm.
And the main actor or the main person that's hosting it, he doesn't believe in it because they've been to all these locations, nothing ever occurred, and they go into this haunted asylum. They lock themselves in, they spend the night. Needless to say, they never leave. Because everything goes to shit. Everything goes to shit. Like, they're watching their clocks, and the clocks are normal. Like, they're looking at their phones. Everything is fine. It's like 6 a.m. and they go to the window, and it's still pitch black. And all the lights go out, even their equipment, like a fuse blown. So they're in the total dark, and just everything goes to shit. It's a good movie, but, you know, I'm not trying to be a part of that.
And I haven't done a Ouija board in like a few years now. I don't even have it. I think One of my other friends has it.
All right. Just whenever it is that we all are able to meet up, don't let me see it.
No, I would never bring it like to a trip like that. I don't think it would not fit on my carry-on, one, and two, I would not bring it.
Tell Zach don't bring it.
He's not gonna. He's a big baby. He won't bring it.
Exactly. That's why we trust him and not you.
I won't bring it. I won't bring it. Promise. That's a promise. I never even thought about bringing it.
Okay, good.
So, Lauren, shall we talk about Internet Book Club?
Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay.
So Anthony, I don't know if you know, me and Lauren, we have discovered, and this has been said in a previous podcast for the viewers listening and watching, we have said before how me and Lauren, we have discovered that we read at the same pace. And we read exceptionally fast. So me and her have been reading books at the same time and reading series at the same time and, like, you know, conversing back and forth. The most recent book that we've read is From Blood and Ash. Lauren, take it away.
So yeah, with the pandemic, I really got back into reading, and one of the things that helped was Book Talk, which is the book nerd side of TikTok.
100%.
And, you know, I read all the Sarah J. Maas books. I read the Caraval series. There are several books that I got from Book Talk that people were recommending that I love to death.
Yeah.
They're very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, Book Talk can't steer me wrong.
Uh-huh.
And then I read From Blood and Ash. Now, Bree?
Yeah?
You and I had vastly different reactions to finishing this book.
Yeah.
You messaged me and said, I think this is one of my favorite books of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I messaged you and said, I'm very uncomfortable right now, and I don't like this.
Yeah.
Can I get your side of things?
The reason I liked it so much was the main twist. Because, like, I knew he was bad. I did not see the dark one coming. Because, like, that was a twist that I didn't
This
see
is
coming.
Spoilers, by the way.
By the way, it's a spoiler. By the way.
Spoilers for this book.
I liked the twist that he was a dark one because that was one thing that I didn't see coming. And I liked the idea of her, the main girl, Poppy. I liked the idea of her questioning how messed up their kind of monarchy is. And how, like, I liked how she was questioning what was tradition because it was so wrong. It took away a lot of her freedom. So I liked the idea of her, like, kind of taking that back in the own way, like actually questioning things. I liked the book in that aspect. And I liked the idea of, like, you know, like her being, like, you know,
I feel like we need to explain the plot to Anthony so he can chime in on this in some ways. So, we start out with this girl called Poppy. She is the maiden, which in their society means she's like a holy person delivered from the gods, sort of thing.
Okay.
And in the society, there's basically two classes of people. There's the Ascended, who are people who have been chosen by the gods, and they're, you know, they're faster, they're stronger, they're blessed. And then there's ordinary people below them.
Mm-hmm.
Poppy is told that she is the chosen one. She has no idea what that means whatsoever, but basically she's kept quiet to the side, not allowed to interact with anybody. Just has to be,
rules
you know,
she has to follow.
You know, nice and holy and chaste, whatever that means.
Okay.
And she decides she wants a little bit of adventure in her life. And she meets this guard, royal guard, named Hawk. And he is a womanizer, and he is flirty and attractive, and basically she starts kind of flirting back with him and everything, which is forbidden because she's the maiden. And somehow her personal guard ends up getting killed, and he is elevated up to her personal guard, Hawk. So now she's with him all the time.
Convenient. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on to that. And he starts to make her question things about how she wants to be more than just the maiden, and like she has to it's stupid that she follows all these rules and that she's treated this way because she's also abused by the people who were housing her and everything.
Yeah.
And like, oh, that's so messed up, they keep you in a cage, that's not how you should be free or whatever. And you know, she falls for him. Starts doing things she's not supposed to do with him. And then the place that they're living in gets violently attacked by dissenters, people who don't like the caste system and don't want to know what's really going on with the society.
Cutting into that, like, just really quick. Holy hell, this book is fucking gory, and it's, like, very descriptive, especially with that attack. So, like, at least when I was reading it, I'm just like, oh my god, no wonder it's an adult book, because it's technically not a YA.
It's a new adult.
Yeah, and so I was just like, oh man, that's very descriptive. Lots of blood. Oh my god, that arrow went through his fucking throat. And just like, I liked that. It's different from reading a YA novel in a sense where it's like more like graphic. And so
So basically, yeah, and it's really, the scene is really gory and violent, where they're basically having like a masked ball to the lower caste people giving some of their children to be acolytes of the temple or whatever. Which, by the way, they state that no one has ever seen these children ever again after they're given to the temple. That's a thing. But anyway, so they're having this masked ball to celebrate that, and they're attacked by these people, and it is a massacre. Like, everyone in this place dies, blood everywhere, glass shattering. Like, the guy who had been abusing her is found staked to the wall.
With the cane that he beat Poppy with, like, through his chest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's violent.
Very.
And within all this, several of her friends are killed, and the guy who's basically been her surrogate father all her life is killed.
Wow.
Yeah. So, basically, they then decide that she's not safe there. Oh, who would have thought? And, and decide that she needs to be taken to the capital. And so she, Hawk, and some other guards are, they then set off to go to the capital. On the way there, without, the supervision of the society and everything, she and Hawk get frisky. Yeah, it's also a smutty book. Just to clarify, And, he's very respectful. He asks for her consent and everything. And they get to this place, and, like, they're supposed to be staying at, like, this lord and lady's manor. And, there's no sign of the lord and lady when they show up and everything. And it's, things are a little off, but it's okay. And they have sex that night. And, and then the next morning, everyone in her party is killed.
Yep.
Oh.
And she is captured and put in chains. And we find out that these are all the rebels.
Oh. Lovely.
And Hawk is not Hawk. He is the prince of these rebels, who has been lying to her the entire time, knew her from the very beginning, knew what she was, and planned on killing her from the start. He's also 200 years old because he's a vampire.
Oh.
Anthony, I just saw the roller coaster of processing in your eyes. You're just like, it's just like, keep on going.
So this cute, fun, flirty, meet-cute romance that's been happening from the beginning was actually all entirely planned by him in order to get her, kidnap her, use her as leverage, or kill her.
It was all manipulation! Oh,
it was all manipulation. But he still loves her, so it's okay!
It was like one of those, oh, I started off doing this, but not after I got to know you, I fell in love with you kind of thing.
Nah.
Yeah, but he still throws her in a dungeon cell.
Yeah, she's still captive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait,
and
wasn't it the ending? The ending! Wait for it, Anthony.
Oh, she was attacked by some of the people there because they just wanted her straight up dead. They didn't want to keep her alive to, like, use as leverage against the society. Which, by the way, the upper class of that society are also vampires, but they're like a lesser form of vampire and therefore evil.
Gotcha.
And they eat the children that are sent to the temple that were just taken earlier. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Good to know. But yeah, because they're like the evil vampire, not the holy vampire. These group of people, they're like the holy vampires and the wolven, which are werewolves, but they don't call them that.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
So
basically, yeah. So a splinter group of the rebels within this manor they're staying at wants her dead because, you know, she's a danger for some reason they don't really specify.
Mm-hmm.
So they all try and kill her, and she almost dies. So the book ends with Hawk, which is not his name. His name is Castile. Violently murdering everyone who tried to attack her and staking them to the walls of this manor.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, look, I did this for you. No one's gonna harm you and get away with it. It's supposed to be romantic.
Yeah.
And then saying, without asking her for her permission at all, I'm gonna marry you.
The end.
Wait, that's how it ends?
Yes. It's literally like the last line.
Wait.
And all the while he's talking about, like, I freed you from this cage. Like, you were being held and oppressed your entire life. I freed you. And she's like, I'm still in a cage. You brought me from one prison to another prison. And he's like, no, it's okay because I love you.
That's like taking somebody from a county jail and putting them inside like Rikers. It's this like they're still locked up.
Oh. Basically, this book is Twilight on crack cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And then you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, well, you were locked up. Like, you were in Rikers, but I just freed you from Rikers. So now I'm going to marry you. You put her there in the first place. You lied to her. And then you wanted to free her from the prison that you put her in just to put her in a marital prison?
Yeah.
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 Bestseller, you guys.
That's not the end of the questionable things that this guy does.
No.
Because I have read a little bit ahead into the next book. Not far at all. Just a few chapters.
I think
but
I'm
it's
on
enough.
chapter 11.
Mm-hmm. It's enough. One line that really stuck with me was, I like when you fight me. It turns me on.
Uh-huh.
That's called abuse and a rape kink.
Yep. That's exactly what that is.
Mm-hmm.
That is, wow, I'm not even going to dive into that one. Okay.
This is highly touted as one of those romantic books.
I know,
ever
on
Book Talk.
Yeah.
What?
I finished this book and I'm like, I am so deeply uncomfortable by everything that's happened here. Like, the first half of the book, I was loving it.
Yeah,
I was like,
I fucking
You know,
loved
it's mysterious. They don't like fully flesh out the world. They're kind of letting you figure it out on your own. And this guy meeting with Poppy, it's cute, like, you know, because, you know, they're about the same age and, you know, they banter a lot and it's, you know, it's nice. No, that is erased completely when you know that he knew her from the start and he's also 200 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. That is every form of manipulation.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
shit.
she confronts him. She's like, "You were complicit in like the killing of my guard, my friend, and like that massacre that
father,
happened, and
Uh-huh.
and my surrogate father and everything." And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "It was a necessary evil."
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. And then let's talk about how stupid this main character is.
Oh boy.
We're supposed to think she's a strong, intelligent heroine because she doesn't want to be the maiden and she can use a sword.
Yeah.
That is not what makes a strong, intelligent heroine. Because this entire time, she's the most clueless person on the planet. Like, I was telling Bree as I was reading the book, before I even knew everything that was going on in the twist, I'm like, these people really, like, look at the higher class in their society and they're like, oh, they move fast, they're incredibly fast and strong, and, they don't walk in the sun, and all this nonsense, and, like, there's no way they're vampires.
Yeah.
They're aware of vampires because they know about the, like, so-called holy vampires that were existed before then and that they supposedly eradicated or whatever, and they're like, oh, they're evil, and, you know. But they can't look at everything that's going on in their own society at these people, and they're like, no, they're clearly vampires too.
Okay, wait. Wait,
like
so they know that they know about vampires.
Yes.
So they clearly know that vampires are super fast, super strong, and can't be in the sun.
Yes.
And seeing the fact that we know that this dude is a vampire, he was never in the sun with her? Like, they just...
Oh, it's different. The holy vampires can walk in the sun because they're blessed.
Oh, okay.
Only the bad vampires can't go in the sun because they're cursed.
Sure. Okay.
So
But no,
like...
it's great. It'd be like a scene of them kissing, and she's like, wow, his teeth are unnaturally sharp. I wonder why he doesn't smile that often. Because he has fangs, you imbecile! She is the dumbest person
There's
I've
one line
met.
where she's like, there's one line because they're like completely in the dark. She's like, wow, I can't believe he can see. She's just like,
yeah! There's a whole scene in the dark and like, wow, he can really see me in here? He must have really good eyesight. I'm not kidding.
so if you want to read the book as a comedy, it's so fucking great.
It's something else, and I don't know why I've been steered so wrong about this book.
Book Talk never usually steers us wrong like that.
Well,
What was another book?
that Hades and Persephone smut series I read.
Well, that you have to send
That
that
was
link.
so badly written, she spelled the same name wrong 3 times in one paragraph.
You have
Spelled
to
it
send me that
differently
link.
3 times. I don't want to. I don't want you to
But you know
go through
how
what I did.
work. You know.
I read
my
all 3 of
curiosity.
these books, and they're garbage.
You know how my mind works.
Absolute
If you tell me not to
trash.
do something, I'm going to do it. Why do you think I keep Googling things I shouldn't Google?
Exactly. You have access to Google. I'm not going to give you access to these books.
What's it called? What's it called? Hades, Persephone, smut?
No, stop. Don't do it. I've never regretted a weekend of my life more. I wasted so much time when I could have been reading real books.
What's it called? Is it called Touch of Darkness?
I'm not confirming or denying anything. Anyway. This book sucked. There's 3 books so far in this series.
Touch
for
of Darkness, Touch of
Ash.
Ruin, and Touch of Malice. Oh yeah, the 3 books for that one.
Yeah. Anyway, but this series,
Oh
the
my
Blood and
God.
Ash series, also has 3 books. I've started the second one just out of pure curiosity how the hell they're gonna spin this.
So, from what you read, are they married now?
Oh,
Is there
Not
like
yet!
I'm farther
He's still
along.
insistent that they're gonna marry, and she wants him to that she's gonna want to marry him eventually.
Yeah. I'm a
Oh.
little
And
farther
she's
along.
like, yeah.
I'm a little farther along, so I got to a part where I don't want to spoil it for you, Lauren. But
Well, let me see how far I got.
let me read
Let me
it.
check.
I'm on page 183.
I'm on 112.
Okay, so you're right behind me.
Yeah, I'm only a couple chapters ahead of you.
Yeah, so I don't know if I should say or if you're okay with me saying.
Or well, no, what chapter are you on? Let's go back that, because I've got an ebook version, so it's probably different.
Let me figure that out 2 seconds. Hold, please.
I'm at the beginning of chapter 5.
I'm on 14. I'm in the middle of 14.
Oh wow.
That's vastly different.
Yeah.
I'll just say about what I've seen so far.
Okay, yeah.
She's like, oh, I hate you so much. You've got me imprisoned. You're doing all this to me. She keeps trying to run away and escape.
Uh-huh.
But she's like, but I can't help but feel attracted to him. And one of the times that she tried to escape, they actually ended up having sex. After she had stabbed him.
Mm-hmm.
She tried
he
to
sucked
escape
her
and they ended
blood!
up having sex.
He sucked her blood, too.
How does that work? Do you should just run out of a window, slip and fall on his dick? Like, how do you how do you go from that? I can't.
Oh my god, Anthony!
I'm sorry.
I think that's even better than when we were watching the finale of Critical Role. It's like, if she moves forward, that's it!
She leans forward, that's it for her.
Oh my God.
gosh.
Anthony!
I'm sorry.
Oh man. But yeah, that
Yeah.
happened. He also
Yeah,
sucked her
this
blood at that point too,
most-
so she was like kind of high at that point too.
Yeah, he sucked her blood, the venom in his fangs made her high, and she was like, wow, I'm really aroused.
No, sweetie, you were drugged. Like,
They also did this in the snow, too.
In the snow.
oh, because having sex in the snow is apparently hot, but okay. That's
That just doesn't sound fun.
all right. She
It's,
gonna fall in love with him by the end of the second book. That's my theory. They
This
can
makes-
get married.
this makes Edward and Bella look like the healthiest, most well-adjusted people.
I know. In middle school, I
Yeah.
thought they were so cute. I thought they were the best. And then, like, rereading it, I'm just like, damn, she lived like this? Like, the fuck? This is not okay?
And then you get to this book, and it's like,
Oh.
oh, whoa. This is new levels of messed up.
I feel like
Oh,
in this book,
yeah.
she's a little bit smarter. A little bit. Because, she knows that she knows he's bad. And she's been pretty good about, like, keeping her distance so far that I've read.
I'm gonna say that her keeping her distance after hearing that they have sex is no.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna
'Cause-
last.
Oh, no.
And I mean the distance keeping, not the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's about as having sex is about as close as you can get physically. So
It's so bad. Anyway.
But also my
Don't read
curiosity,
it.
I have to finish the series. Like
I may bail after this book. I'm just saying.
Like
I don't know if I can. I've just gotten my mental health up to a place where I'm able to be functional again. I don't want to bring it back down by reading this series.
I'll let you know how it turns out. Cause like I can't start something and not finish it. It's just so frustrating about me. Like if I know it's bad, I still have to read it. That's what happened with a lot of fanfics I've read too, where it's like it's so incredibly bad, but I need to see it to the end. Cause maybe it gets better, and I hate that about me.
Yeah, you need to break yourself with that.
I can't. I really can't. I've read so many bad books because of it. What? Oh no, I think I've donated the ones I hated. Never mind. I was like, ooh, which one's bad?
Anyway, that's Internet Book Club for the week.
Since we're actually running, you know, a little, because I know Anthony has work in a bit, so let's just jump into Hotties of the Week.
Sure.
Who wants to go? Oh wait, we have to vote on last week's.
I'm trying to remember last week's. I saw it, but I saw it.
I know. What was it?
I saw it
remember
last
mine.
week.
Yeah.
I remember mine.
What was
And that was the army veteran who worked in the Magic Kingdom.
That's right.
At Disney.
That's
His
right.
call sign was Geppetto.
That's
that
right.
Cute.
Because I do remember it was like a 3-way tie when you guys voted last week.
Yeah.
And you were with Alex and Liam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what theirs were.
I really don't
Alex
remember.
and Simon.
Alex and Simon, yeah.
Alex and Simon.
Yeah, because you're with a couple.
Yeah.
I really can't remember. Like, I truly can't.
This is bad.
I know.
I'm trying. I'm
I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, this is terrible.
We're the best co-hosts ever.
We're gonna have to cut this out.
Yeah. Hold on. Humans on the internet. Sorry, hold me a second. Hear the
Oh, okay.
Or the
so
click.
there was the cat that stole gloves from
That's right.
everyone's garages in the neighborhood.
Okay, that's right. And the lady hung them up and people could take them. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and then there was the people who were got karma'd after
Oh yeah, the boat
harassing
yeah.
a boat with a gay
the boat damn near
pride flag.
exploding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they were being
And then the
homophobic.
little old man who worked at Disney.
Yeah.
So those were the three.
I think they're all pretty good. I think I'm gonna go with the old man from Disney just because it was fairly humble. And I have a weak spot for old people.
Yeah. As you're one of them.
Gosh,
You too.
dang it, Bree.
You too. You're right there next to me.
I'm sorry. It was
What's
right
your vote, Bree?
My vote is actually because it's Pride Month still. My vote is gonna be for the homophobic people who got their boat sunk. Because
Cool.
they got
That's a good
what
one.
they deserved.
So we took it from a 3-way tie to a 2-way tie.
Hell
Awesome.
yeah, we did it. All right, who wants to go first for their hotties of the week?
Doesn't matter.
I can go first. I don't usually go first.
Okay.
So the Olympic tryouts have been this week for making the teams for the U.S. to go to Tokyo. And someone was watching the diving tryouts for the Olympics, and they noticed a person in the background who decided to make the most of his 15 minutes of fame being on camera, even if the camera wasn't directly on him.
Oh God.
And this is there's the video.
Okay.
Sunday night and the Olympic diving trials are back, as is this guy. And we got new tricks. that a flank? How very 2012 of you. And what, you needed exercise? Ah, yes. The paint me like one of your French girls. My guy, still not facing the right direction, but at least you're not facing the wall. Come on!
My favorite is the... My God.
Flanking, how very...
Wow, he really threw it back.
12 of you.
Oh, at least it's not facing the wall. Damn it!
It's so good. I appreciate the people who, like, just do little things.
It's the little things that make it, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely the little things.
Like 6 people are gonna notice that, but those 6 people are gonna be very happy.
Exactly.
Oh.
I love clowny people like that. They're so fun to hang out with. Like they're never bored.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my nominee. That guy.
Oh God, that reminds me of when we were in London. We were on one of those. Were we on a bus or something? And like we were stopped. And then there was this group of people like trying to take a picture in front of the bus. And so the guy behind them is like taking a picture. So I look over and I went like that. And then the guy fucking lost it. He wasn't able to take the picture after that. I'm like, I ruined their family photo, but I am on someone's like picture frame now that I think about it.
Every time I see someone taking a family photo in public, it's so hard to not jump in behind. My social anxiety is the only thing that keeps me leashed. That is it. That's the chaos I would cause if I were not mentally ill. It's astounding.
Oh man. Alright. You or me, Anthony?
I could go next.
Okay.
So by the time you guys at home are watching this, Father's Day for us too. Father's Day was just yesterday for us. And I thought I'd go a little wholesome because there aren't a lot of people who have fathers that will do something that'll be like memorable for you. Whether it's like a graduation, birthday, Christmas, just something, there's a whole thing with fathers. So I just thought that I'd show off a loving father that gave a surprise to his daughter for her graduation.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
Down.
Into the thick of it.
Oh.
Hey Faith, it's me, Randall. I just wanted to say congratulations on graduating.
Oh.
Hey Faith, Mark Wahlberg.
Wait for it.
I heard about this.
I just wanted to slide into your high school graduation video and join everyone in offering our congratulations and wishing you all the best.
I wanted to send you a quick congratulations on graduating.
Hey,
Wait
Faith,
for it.
This is Dayton. I'm making this video to wish you a very, very happy graduation.
Congratulations, Faith.
Hello, Faith. This is King George III.
Hey, Faith. Jensen here.
What
I hear you're graduating high school. Just wanted to say congratulations.
Hey, what's up, Faith? It's Drake Bell here, and I just wanted to congratulate you on graduating.
Faith. Faith, it's me, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, your buddy.
Faith, it's Bob Saget here, wishing you a lot of love and congratulations graduating from high school.
What the fuck?
Faith, it's your old pal JK. You made it. Congratulations.
Congratulations on graduation. And brighter days are ahead.
Congratulations on your big day.
I don't know why she was included, but
yeah.
I don't know either.
Jesus.
So, I mean, they don't say what the father's name is, but the daughter's name is Faith. She graduated from high school. And it says for at least 6 months, he kept emailing certain celebrities. So some didn't respond, but others, as you can see in the video, he made that compilation for her.
dang.
Yeah, and there's like a whole nother video where like her and her father are in the video, and he just explains what he did. But yeah, it says yeah, he actually spent the last 6 months sending letters and emails And yeah, that's how he did it. So the way that I just kind of seen it, anybody that would have done that for me, we couldn't argue about nothing. You're just right about everything.
Yeah.
You're
I mean, just Jensen Ackles alone.
I know, I was gonna say, I'm like, Jensen Ackles alone, I'm just like, oh, no. You won.
Yeah. So yes, that father is my hottie of the week.
Shout out to those celebrities too for just doing that out of the kindness of their own heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like they have that service Cameo for that sort of things where celebrities can charge like ridiculous amounts of money to make video messages for people.
Yeah.
Which I got one for my dad for his birthday. But like,
if you can say.
Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting his name. It was the guy who played John Locke on Lost.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
She's back. You okay?
Wow, Lauren has
Okay,
appeared.
we're back. What just happened? That was so stressful.
Oh no.
So where were we?
So you were saying who did you get the cameo for? You got it for your dad, but who was it?
It was the guy who played John Locke on Lost.
Oh, okay.
Because my dad's a huge Lost fan.
Yeah.
And so we saw that he was on Cameo, and me and my mom and sister all chipped in to.
That's so cool.
Get him a
That is
cameo.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's expensive though.
Imagine.
Yeah. That's a good hottie. That was a really good hottie. Shout out to that dad.
Yeah.
I did not go wholesome. I went in kind of an opposite direction.
Oh dear.
My hotties of the week, they're a Ukrainian couple, Alexander and Victoria. They tested their love for each other, and what started as like an experiment that should bring them close together ended with them splitting up.
This is why you don't do shit like, okay.
You wait for it.
Well, it depends on the thing, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, hold on. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the volume and let's get into it.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Turn that volume down.
This couple took cuffing season to another level. Ukrainian couple Alexander Kudlay and Victoria Pustavitova have split up after spending 123 days handcuffed to each other. The pair first locked themselves together on Valentine's Day in a last-ditch attempt to break a cycle of breaking and making up. We know exactly what you're thinking. And yes, they did everything together, from grocery shopping to cigarette breaks. They took turns using the bathroom, taking showers. But here's a head scratcher. Pustavitova said she missed personal space the most, but also felt like Alex did not pay her enough attention while they were chained together. He did not tell me I miss you. I would like to hear that, she said. Kudlay said he did not regret resorting to desperate measures to save the relationship, adding that the cuffs helped him understand that the two were not like-minded people. But this does have a happy-ish ending. The couple plans to sell the handcuffs in an online auction and donate part of the money to charity. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Stephanie Officer.
I wouldn't want handcuffs that have been on their wrists for 137 days.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's probably the worst thing you could do.
Yeah,
no, that closer.
Yeah, that was the thing that made it funny. It was that like they did this to end the stigma of breaking up and getting back together, and they did just that. They broke up. Like, it makes no fucking sense.
And they broke up because she said that while they would cuff together, he didn't express that he missed her, and
because they were together all the time. That's like you need time apart, people.
Yeah, you have to have that individual time for yourself.
The thing is,
like, I'm an introvert. I recharge by being on my own and not dealing with anybody for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel bad for the guy. I really did. Like, I don't know if they specified it, but they were chained for 123 days since Valentine's Day.
That's so stupid.
That's a long time.
Like, maybe a week I might get. Not months.
Like, I love my husband, but if you handcuff me to him for 123 days, I will kill him. And that's just with
anyone will end up wanting to kill another person. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're looking at 5 months?
Yeah.
Almost?
Mm-hmm. They just got their cuffs off on the 17th.
Oh, jeez.
Nah, I'm cuffed you for that long, and then you got the nerve to tell me that I didn't tell you I miss you? No! Wow.
I saw that headline and I was just like, there's no fucking way. And I was just like, what the fuck is this idiot doing? First off, like, just the idea that this is to stop the stigma of, like, breaking up is so stupid.
No.
No. Not at all.
No.
You guys don't want the handcuffs?
No.
No. What am I going to do with it? Nope. As far as I'm concerned, those handcuffs are cursed.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to vote for the dad.
Yeah, I'm voting for the dad too.
Anthony, who are you voting for?
I changed my vote. I'm voting for the guy in the background. He was so funny. Never mind. I vote for him. Vote for Lauren's pick.
That's who I vote for. The guy in the background. Bringing smiles to those who see him.
Yes, Olympic clown. He wins.
We'll see the final tally next week.
Yeah, we'll see the final tally next week. Who is next week?
Who's next week?
I believe it's you, Alex, and Liam, the bros.
Oh yeah, the bros. The bro podcast.
Shit. Okay, awesome.
Alright, so, thank you for everyone who is watching and joined us. Be sure to comment below your favorite parts, books, etc. You can catch us here on the HOTI podcast every Wednesday. Tune in next week for the bros. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at HOTI Podcast for updates. And subscribe to us because, you know, we're kind of cool. Alright. See you guys.
I'm alright.
Oh,